I'd like to spend a few moments and share with you a line featuring secondary dominant chords. If you've not yet done so, I'd appreciate it very much if you'd subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment if you like the content. If you'd care to make a donation to the channel, the PayPal link is in the description below. And let's get started here with some chords. So we're going to have a first inversion D7 chord here, resolving to G. Frets 9 and 10 on strings 5 and 4, F sharp and C, dropping down to A at the 7th fret, and coming over to D on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So the upper line will be that. So we have F sharp and C, A, D, C, 10th fret, and then 10 and 9, G and B, contrary motion line. This B is going to rise to C at the 10th fret, so 10 and 9, 10, coming down to G7 over F. So here's 8th fret and 7th fret, F and D on strings 5 and 3, that first line. Because we could end up, if we want that C there on the 10th fret of the 4th string. Could also be a B if you'd like. Either way, I think I was playing it with a C. Then we do roughly the same idea up here. This is E7, but to A minor and then A minor over G. So we have that same little tritone shape, G sharp and D, frets 11 and 12, dropping down to 9th fret, B. And here we can get E and F, the flat 9, the root and the flat 9 of E7. This is frets 9 and 10 on the 3rd string. So I'm hitting 2 together, coming down and hitting the 4th string by itself, and then re-striking the 5th string as I strike the 3rd string and put the little trill in. We're back to a D here at the 12th fret, and now A minor, which is just A and C, walking up C, D to E, while the bass descends by a whole step to frets 10 and 9, G and an E. That's what we've been doing here. And here, you could either put, I think I've been putting D, 12th fret, and we're going to rise up and do roughly the same thing on frets 13 and 14, A sharp and E. This is part of F sharp 7 to B. So same mechanism roughly as we had here. But we're going to resolve to a major chord, B7 basically. We're going to walk down. So let me run those 13 and 14 down to 11. 11 and 12 on the 3rd string. And now 14, 13, B and D sharp, rising up to E, going to A and F sharp, 12 and 11. We're going to raise F sharp up to G, 3rd string, 12th fret, And now second inversion B7 kind of chord. This is just F sharp and A, 9 and 10. We're going to reach out to the flat 9 at the 13th fret and come in with D sharp, first inversion B7. So we're playing 11 and 13 here, D sharp and B sharp and C, and dropping down to B for a B7. So all of this is B7 and E minor now. I did a little run, an arpeggio run with an ornament. So here's E and G with a half step below on the 3rd string, 11th fret. So E, G, F sharp, G and B, 10 and 12, with a little half step below it. G and B, 10 and 12, 11, 12. Here's B and E, 9 and 12, with a half step below it, ornamenting. So B and E with a D sharp underneath. And E and G, 14, 15, strings 4 and 1. So the whole thing hope this has given you something to think about, maybe a new sound or two that you can integrate into your playing. As always, I hope this finds you well, and I'd like to wish you a very good day.